Welcome to today's morning power up call. I teased an idea, and we're going to get to that in a second. But I teased an idea about how the matrix attacks you and how to avoid it. It's something a lot of you guys have asked about. And it turns out it's pretty simple, but I'm going to get to that in a second. But first, before we dive into the core part of this, we got to kick this off right. So grab your sparkling water, take a sip, and join together with the rest of the copywriting campus students as we sit here together and remind ourselves of our purpose, remind ourselves of our goals, remind ourselves of who we are and what we are trying to become. That's what these morning calls are about. These aren't about just dropping a little bit of mindset or this isn't even supposed to be a waste of time. This is supposed to be an opportunity for you to gather together and feel the shared purpose that you have with the other copywriting students and allow yourself to use that shared purpose and use that shared direction to strengthen you as you go throughout your day and perform the hard, difficult work it takes to learn new skills, reach out, build clients, write amazing copy, and earn a lot of money in this world. That takes a lot of effort, that is difficult. And it's a lot more fun and a lot easier when you're surrounded with a bunch of other brave men who are doing the same exact thing. And this call is an opportunity for you to do that, for you to take a sip and feel the shared struggle, feel the brotherhood of other students who are doing the same thing as you, and gain strength from that. Now I'll say that. I had another thought, but I'll save that for another broadcast. Today, I want to share with you the main way that you are being attacked and the matrix tries to control you, right? We talk about life as war. That's basically the theme of this, right? We talk about life and the struggle to become a great copywriter as war, right? We do that because it allows you to tap into that evolutionary hardwiring that you've had since, thousands and thousands of years ago as a human male to go to war and to fight and to do those things, right? When we think about life and difficult and important things through that lens, it gives us the ability to tap into that sort of ancestral power that we have, or that those pre-built mental circuits that we're all born with, right? So I want to talk with you about how the matrix attacks you right now. This is a small part of it, right? If you are in the United States, or if you followed or paid any attention to the United States warfare in the Middle East over the last 10 years, you'll see that the majority of deaths, or the majority of ways that Americans were attacked, and sure, they got in gunfights with hostile forces, but the majority of the time it was IEDs. Some of you guys might be familiar with this. It's improvised explosive device, right? And what the insurgents would do is they would place these sort of homemade bombs along the routes that the American soldiers would drive their Humvees along. And whenever they'd run over a pressure plate or trigger, or they trigger radio, like via radio or cell phone, it would blow up, right? As they go along their routes, they'd hit this trap, basically. Boom, it'd blow up, kill a bunch of people, or at least destroy a lot of vehicles. I personally know a lot of people who have died or been severely wounded through IED attacks, right? Now, in today's spiritual war, let's say it, against the forces that want to keep you mediocre and average, it's not a frontal assault, right? It's not an army of Agent Smiths running at you with guns and attacking you, right? It is subtle. It is more like an insurgency war against you, right? And the most common trap that the Matrix lays for you is the type of content you consume. It's kind of like an IED, right? You drive along, you're going through your life, and oops, you stumble onto your phone, you stumble onto social media, you stumble onto YouTube, you stumble onto one of these major platforms that are literally designed to keep you addicted and enslaved to them, to get you pouring your entire mental energy and strength into consuming some random content that's organized by someone who has the intent to keep you where you are, to keep you comfortable, and to keep you addicted, right? That is literally what it is, right? If you pause and think about it, you will realize this to be true. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of it is designed. The platform is literally designed and run by people who want to keep you addicted to their platform so they can increase their ad revenue, right? Now, as marketers, we take advantage of that. We use those channels to, help our brands reach out and connect to their people. But think about this. You as a consumer, you as a man who is seeking to break free and be something more than ordinary, you cannot fall for that trap. You cannot find yourself there scrolling on one of these social media platforms or sitting there watching Netflix or anything like this, because it's designed for average people. It's designed for people who want to tune out, and it's designed to keep the slaves hooked up to the system, right? You're literally exposing yourself to these things. Your mind is a lot like your body, right? They say you are what you eat, right? If you eat good, clean, healthy foods and you do so at an appropriate rate, you're going to have a strong, healthy, happy body, right? You eat toxic foods, you eat foods that are full of advanced, crazy chemicals or highly processed stuff, it will hurt your body and it will hurt your mind. We know this. It's everyone knows this. It's common sense. The same thing applies to your mind, right? What you feed your mind, the thoughts you let your mind consume, is what your mind becomes. If you are constantly consuming information that is put out to you by the Matrix, right? As our good friend Morpheus likes to call it, the Matrix. The forces that are trying to keep you average, they have an agenda. They want you to become something. So they feed you information to keep you asleep, keep you down, keep you weak, and to keep you distracted. Do not fall for it. It is poison. Do not feed your brain that stuff. Instead, pick from other sources. If you're going to be feeding your brain and exposing your brain to new ideas or concepts, do so within the copywriting campus. Do so here on Rumble. Do so through a few specific important channels you guys may or may not know about. Only allow yourself to consume content. Only let yourself consume ideas from people who you want to become. From people who are brave, from people who are strong, from people who are dedicated and disciplined. Only allow yourself to consume ideas from them. Any other source is actively your enemy and is trying to hurt you. It's an IED. It might look like a normal road, but as you drive over it, it will derail you and destroy you, right? The people who I've seen become most successful, especially inside of the campus, are those who were able to cut out these outside distractions, these outside sources once and for all, and only allow themselves to consume material to expose their mind to things that will make them stronger. Think about it. If you remove everything that's making you weak and only feed yourself into your mind things that make you strong, you will become strong, right? Now, obviously, you have to go out there and act. You can't just sit there and read good stuff and then just magically be strong, but it's a combination, right? If you and a lot of you guys who are sort of onboarding into this new experience, this journey of increasing your personal strength, increasing your personal power, becoming more free, and developing this skill set to earn significant money from people in the world as a copywriting genius, to become that, as you're setting out on this new journey, it's extremely important you cast off the old way. The things and the ways that average normal people act, you have to rebel against those things because they are designed and they inherently keep people small and average. A lot of this has to do with what you're consuming. So if you find yourself on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Twitter, consuming information, scrolling through TikTok, watching pornography, if you find yourself feeding your brain with things that are designed to keep you weak, average, and small, you have to fight against that. You have to break away and sever that away from your life. Remove those influences, cut them out, and only feed your mind things that will make you stronger. Do this, and over the course of the next few weeks, I promise you, you'll see a significant increase in your mental clarity. Your energy levels will increase. You'll stop worrying about random stuff on the news or what's happening in the regular outside world. And instead, you'll find yourself with more energy and more power, more ability to focus, a clearer and sharper intellect, stronger willpower. You'll be healthier, smarter, faster, and stronger as you do so. This is key. This is one of the first steps you must take as a young man who is seeking to become a great man. You have to cast off the diet, the information, the mental diet of the average man. And the faster and more completely you do this, the stronger and better you will be. So that's the key insight for today. That's the power up. Think about what that's going to do to your life. and you're already taking your first steps. You're here on this call. You're listening to me. I seek to only push out positivity and light and energy into the universe because I believe that's my calling in life. That's who I want to be. I want to be a force of good for those. And thankfully, I've been able to help many of you guys inside of this campus increase your feelings of personal power, increase your personal capacities, and earn a lot more money. And I'm going to keep doing that as long as I possibly can because I enjoy it. So with that being said, we've talked about a few things. We've shared some key insights. We have ideas and things we need to do. We've got the whole day ahead of us. Those of us who are just starting our days, some of you have already finished your day and you have the whole of tomorrow ahead of you. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of things to accomplish. We've got a lot of lessons to learn. We've got a lot of clients to find, service, and help profit so we can make a lot of money as well. With that being said, let's go out. Let's take this energy. Let's take these ideas and let's make this a powerful, wonderful day. I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm going to pause and wait for a while so the stream doesn't cut off for you guys. So let's see if the delay works. Again, I'll see you again tomorrow.